Oof, I got goosebumps out of that. Greetings Wanderer, this is Atlas here and welcome to the Void. Today I'm going to be breaking down a song called The Final Battle from the Elden Ring original soundtrack. You wanted it, you're having it. And boom. Okay, this sounds familiar. Isn't this the song that is placed in the teaser trailer? Oh, I like that. Oh, listen to the strings right here. See how the layers are adding up. Opening space. After that. Clever. With a sustained cello note. Or is it the bass? It was a cello, I think. Don't. I like this so much. Is this the new Plin Plon of the franchise? Well, still one game. Now it's Plin Plon. Very foreboding progression. It's building up to something, starting to add layers. The solo female voice. Oof, I got goosebumps out of that. That's it. That's the resolution right there. Ooh. Now that was amazing. That second part of a song was great. So let's break it down. Alright, so one of the first things that I would like to mention about the song is that it clearly has two parts, two very defining parts that are basically complete opposites of each other. The first part, which is the beginning part of a song, the part that opens the song basically, it's actually the climax of a track, which is very interesting, you know, opening a song with the whole climax of the track. Often happens that you will have a build up towards a climax and that you will repeat the climax after that and whatnot. And in some instances you would have the climax towards the end of a song, but it's sort of refreshing to hear that the climax is just at the right of the beginning of a track. However, by the structure of a song and how these two parts are like complete opposites of each other, my guess would be that the first part is a boss battle of some sorts and the second part is more of the aftermath of that. So maybe the first part in sort of an adaptive way loops over and over again and then transitions towards the second part, which is, you know, it's more open, is way more spacious, way more tamed, obviously less energy and whatnot. And it becomes more of a delicate, soft part of a song, which, if I had to make a guess, I don't think that would be a part of a boss battle. But hey, you know, the last boss battle in Dark Souls Remastered is a piano solo track, you know, so it could happen. Before I jump into the demonstration, I would like to point out some of the things that I really enjoyed about the song specifically, you know what I mean? I really liked the transition that there is in between the first part and the second part. You know, you have this arpeggio arrangement in the strings that goes like it's trying to build towards something, but then it flatlines basically with a long sustained note in the cello. However, I will say that my favorite part was the second part of a song, because I often like orchestral songs that are, you know, in that sort of style, that are more tamed, where there's a space to breathe for the instruments and whatnot, when it becomes more about the expression and there's not a lot going on, you know what I mean? So by having that nature, it becomes more about the very little details, because since it's not like a wall of sound like the first part of a song, there's not a lot of layers to cover up for certain things. So you will be able to appreciate more the expression and the dynamics in the instruments to tell the story that it wants to tell. And I would say that the second part of a song tells the story like 100%, like the amount of expression and the emotion of the emotions, like I said before in previous breakdowns, is absolutely there. That's why I was getting so many goosebumps during that part, because the execution, not only in technical terms, but you know, it's all about communicating something, about translating something from the game towards the listener. And in my case, I think it achieves that absolutely. Another thing that I really liked, which follows the same premise, you know, the less is more kind of premise, is the resolution of the track. Because it's just one single note. One note. One note resolves or ends the track and gives like an absolute resolution to it. And I thought that was such a cool arrangement because it's the absolute contrast towards what is the beginning of a song. You know, the beginning of a song, like I said before, starts in the climax of a song, but then it ends in a single bloody note. There's one more thing that I would like to mention about that last note, and is that, you know, it's almost unperceivable, like the intensity in which that song is played, that note, apologies, is played. It tells you so much about the resolution of the track. It's like this vanishing sound, you know, that it's telling you that this is the end of the story. And it almost says that this is the end, period. Like there's nothing else going forward. And I think this might be like a bummer for people that like the game a lot, you know, Elden Ring, because I've seen plenty of great reviews about the game. Apparently it's insanely good. So I think it would be a bummer to think that one note is the prophecy of saying like this is the only Elden Ring that there's going to be released and whatnot. But they will probably do more because it has been very successful in all sorts of ways, you know, especially in the economic way, let's say. Okay, so to finalize my commentary, I just would like to say that definitely my favorite part of the song was the second part. You know, spaced out, all about the expression, the more less is more approach. I absolutely think that is the best part of the song, hands down. And I'm going to throw this out there before I finish the video, and is that I think that if Elden Ring becomes like a franchise, you know, they release more games and whatnot, that this particular part of the song, which I'm going to be showing you in a little bit, I think this could become like the new Plin Plon of the game. You know what I mean? The only thing is that I think it's going to be known as the Plin Plon instead of the Plin Plon. But now that part is played instead of a piano, is playing in the harp. So it will be very interesting to see if people will catch on that or whatnot. But of course, that's going to depend of where does this play within the game. You know, it has to have some kind of context. But without the context, I'm gonna throw that hypothesis right there to end the video. So I think I'm gonna give this track an A tier. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and share it with your friend. Also, please don't forget to visit my Patreon, my Ko-fi profile, and my Ko-fi store in case you want to support my work further, and my Teespring merch shop. And of course, ex nihilo nihil fit.